bit of a aftermath of the Supreme Court's decisions recently, and just kind of let's take stock of it. You see, they've terminated women's right to an abortion. They undid affirmative action in college admissions. They've weakened LGBTQ protections against discrimination. They struck down the College Debt Forgiveness Act from Biden. Separately, these things don't really seem to have much common ground. I get it. They're pretty separate. But when you add them all together, they each weaken or inflict some sort of damage on a marginalized group. All right, whether that's women, whether it's Black and brown Americans, whether it's the LGBTQ community, it's very easy to see these different groups of people that definitely need some help and need some representation. They're just getting hammered by the Supreme Court. And who always seems to come out ahead? Well, white men ostensibly are always ahead. And the Supreme Court just makes sure that stays that way. This Supreme Court is making sure that stays that way. So what do we do? Well, here's where I just get to a request. And I know I'm a terribly small channel right now. I know not that many people are going to be watching this. I get it. I would love it if more people watch this one, and I'm going to try to share it, and I'm going to get my friends to share it. But we have to vote for people who care about you, your neighbor, your family, your friends. We need people who actually give a damn about those folks. So if you have a trans family member, right now, too many people in your Congress, in your Supreme Court, too many people in your local offices, whether it's mayor, city council, school boards, which certainly matter. They don't care about your trans family member, and they are actively fighting against them. For all the conservatives to talk about their Black friends, do those conservatives consider how their representatives treat their Black friends? Because I think it matters. You see, I do have Black friends, and I care how they're treated. So I could never vote for someone who would actively work against them. To me, that's crazy. To me, that's not being a friend, and that's not honoring the idea of a friendship to then work against them and put people in office that would work against them. When you see someone mistreated or mistreating someone else, the biggest thing I ask for is that you step in and say something. That you just tell them, no, we do believe in community, and we're not going to have that here. We're just not going to treat people that way, and I'm not going to allow it in my purview. I know that's a lot to do, and I know that can be intimidating, especially when the crowd that we're talking about is as deaf as the conservative crowd that we're talking about. They just don't listen to anything socially. They don't care that you've got that trans friend or family member, and they don't care about your Black friends, even if they pretend to have Black friends themselves. What they care about is bottom line dollars and who's looking out for them. And they believe these Republicans are looking out for them. You might let them know that those same Republicans are trying to take away their Social Security. Maybe that would matter. It probably won't. So sometimes the best thing you can do is offer those marginalized people your own bit of support and comfort. And for my part, I promise, if I see someone being mistreated, being marginalized, I will do everything I can. To make sure they get their voice back, the mistreatment ceases. I just hope that enough people watching this do the same. We got to turn this tide. This has gotten ridiculous, and it's time to fight back.